All right, so we determined that like this doesn't, the right wing doesn't go anywhere else, and the left wing doesn't go anywhere else.
Correct.
So really, the only logical place to go is these three areas south of us.
Yeah. So there is a gate. There are gates here, 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 and here.
Wait, where's the fourth? Oh, down here. I see. Oh yeah, all the way over.
Sorry, I didn't realize they would be so difficult to see whenever I added them.
Oh no, you're good. Well, I just kind of had tunnel vision looking at the top. So then I guess yeah, if Donkey Jank wants to, we might as well head down here-ish.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if Kyle noticed, but I renamed his character to Galador the Gay since I have control over his token.
I wonder how long it'll take him to notice.
Well, I technically did it in the mansion, so if you copied these from the mansion, it's possible he noticed and erased it, because I just had to put it back. But yeah, winners, Donkey Jank. Want to throw the central one? Wait, is there even a gate going here?
No, that is that's just a large support pillar.
We're going anyway.
You walk into the wall.
Perfect. It's just like when you have you're on auto follow and they just kind of lose you over a quick turn or a tree stone.
Yeah. All right, so you come over here. There's a gate. You can see through the gate. It runs floor to ceiling.
Is it locked?
Yes.
I will unlock it.
Okay, how will you unlock it?
With my face.
Okay,
Very carefully.
Make an attack roll.
All right. No, just kidding. I have, I guess I can try to smash it with my Warhammer, or I also have a great axe.
Okay. It is an iron gate. All right. 25 hits the gate.
All right. $42.
Okay. A 42 breaks the gate off of its hinges.
I rolled a D69.
Oh. Well, sir.
I'll take it. All right. No, let me actually.
Yeah, go ahead and actually roll that. 69.
17.
17. Yeah, okay. 17 would break the gate.
That's the spirit.
All right.
As I'm walking in, I'm gonna kick the other gate, and it's gonna swing back, and then hit the wall, and then hit me in the face.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you walk in, and as you kick the gate, it swings back, hits the wall, and smashes you in the face. You
Perfect.
take 1 damage.
Perfect.
And you look like an idiot in front of your companions, which is the real damage.
Real damage is the friends who made me along the way. So, what do I see here?
There's a very large safe in front of you.
Lots of them.
A row of. There's 5 safes in this room.
Nice. All right, Donkey Drink, don't forget you have freedom of movement on you. In case if there's another mimic, you can basically get out by spending 5 feet of movement.
Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah.
I guess what I would want to do is make a perception check. Do any of these look opened?
No.
Okay.
You could go. You could roll if you wish, but no, they don't look like they're opened.
Okay. Because I was wondering if the tabaxis ended up making their way in here, looking for that artifact.
Yeah, although it was still shut when we got here, so I guess not. Unless they like close it behind them. What if we open a chest and it's big enough that they're just like inside?
That they locked themselves inside.
Yep, finally some privacy.
Well, they knew that the Russians were going to detonate a nuclear bomb in the Nevada desert, so they knew that the only way to safely survive that was to climb inside of a refrigerator and get.
I heard that Romeo Jones did that.
It is rumored that he might have done that. All right, with an 8, they just look like regular safes too. It does not look like they've been disturbed in any way. They're large. They'd be about, I guess, the equivalent size of well, they're in like a 20-foot square here. So I'd say they're more like 18 feet. So the surface area would be like, I don't know.
No, you say they're large, but are they in charge?
Well, they're still locked, so I guess they would be in charge of this situation. Probably about 10 feet high and 10 feet across.
Cool. I will take my warhammer to this lock, I guess. I don't see any reason to be subtle.
Okay.
$15.
Okay, you swipe at the chest, at the lock, and nothing happens. You miss, but I mean, it's a stationary object, so I was just going to say your mace bounces off. 25 hit.
I'm going to give it 3 max. All right. So it's 8 bludgeoning, or 10 bludgeoning, and then 9 thunder.
Okay. 19 damage. Okay,
Yep.
well, you hear something crack on the other side of the door, and the door swings forward a little bit.
Boy, what's inside?
Well, you got to open the door and take a look.
I will open the door and take a look.
Okay. Inside, there's a sack filled with something. Some odds and ends, valuables, but more like trinkets and knickknacks. Pieces of jade, brass instruments, carved ivory pieces. There's some silk robes on the inside of the safe. They add up to about 250 equivalent gold pieces.
I'll give all of that to Donkey Tank. But what's in the sack?
Do you open it up and take a look?
I'll basically dump it out, so and then into kind of the chest area in front of me.
Give me 1 sec. Okay, sorry about that. Just brought dinner. So you're gonna dump out the sack. Okay. Inside of this sack, there are 2,000 pieces of platinum. Which I know we don't use the same monetary scale, but we could in this instant. Platinum is far more valuable than copper. 2,000 pieces of platinum. And where was that other thing? Oh, and then there's 3 small gold bars. So a gold bar is 5 pounds, and it's worth 250 gold pieces. It's about the size of a 2-pound silver bar.
Cool. How many of them?
3.
Cool. Guess I'll take a piece of gold. Doc Jink, you want one?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. All right, I'll let you have at the next one.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and move over to the next safe. Which one did you open? The one in front?
Just the middle.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and approach the one to the left here, and I'm gonna go ahead and attack the vault.
Okay.
There was a warlock among us.
Critical hit.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Yep. That's a hit. All right, so the Troll Slayer connects.
Let's see. That would be. Yeah, this is correct. For 36.
All right, well, on the other side of the safe door, you hear something crumble and fall apart, and the safe door swings open gently, just a little bit.
I'm going to go ahead and poke my head inside and see what's in there.
All right, give me 1 sec. I got to get a drink. Okay, inside of this safe, you find a sack, another set of what?
Sorry, just keep them. Ignore me.
There's a sack. You find a small crate that holds 3 potions of healing. And a potion of climbing. Inside the sack, you find 3,600 copper pieces. Additionally, there are several carved bone statuettes. There's a copper chalice with engraved silver filigree and some embroidered silk handkerchiefs that total up to 50 copper pieces each. So plus 150.
All right. So I'll go ahead and divvy everything out amongst my comrades.
Sounds good. What are you guys doing now?
Taking a nap.
Taking a nap?
Now, Wes, if you're good, I'll let you open these things up since you have the buff.
All right. I'll go ahead and proceed to the left south.
Okay.
Go ahead and attack it. All right.
24 is a hit.
All right.
All right, 12. So you get a solid hit on the lock. Okay, 11. Okay, with the 23, you hear something break on the other side of the door, and the safe door swings open.
Yeah, whatever doesn't get broken open, I'll just let the acid from my axe trickle down it and
Excellent.
see if it can't corrode the rest of it.
Yeah, excellent plan. So you notice that this splash damage is definitely corroding a large part of the door, and essentially the lock just falls away as the acid bites into it. So with that, the door swings open. All right, on the inside, you find, surprise, surprise, a sack. There are several other items. There's a small inlaid chest and a ring sets across it's resting atop the chest.
What's the ring look like?
Well, let me get a picture here. Get you guys a picture. It definitely has some gives you some vibes like it came out of the desert.
Ooh.
It's a sandy ring.
The sand.
So it looks like that.
And you also said there's a chest in there?
Yeah.
All right. I'll go ahead and do the honors. Right after I make a perception check.
Okay, with the 21, the chest just looks like a regular chest.
All right.
Doesn't strike you as having any hidden dangers.
All right. I'll go ahead and open it.
Okay, you open the chest, and what's behind door number 2? Just give me a second.
A new motorcycle?
What?
A new motorcycle?
It's a brand new car. Okay, inside you find 3 potions and a scroll.
Ooh, what kind of scroll?
It is a scroll of 4th level.
What?
It is a scroll of 4th level. And let us roll.
Not the scroll of 4th level.
Hey, it drops back to level 4 upon use.
Wording is very important.
Yeah, I'm going to use the scroll of 4th level on the big bad end guy.
Genius. Okay. Where I need spell scroll table 4. Roll a D100. Anybody?
Oh, it's 1,000. Whoops.
20.
Oh,
28 was the first one I saw. Ooh. Well, what did you get, Darren? I want to see what they both would be.
I'll roll 1 too.
Okay.
Metagaming spell rolls.
Okay, it is a scroll of fabricate.
Oh, good deed. I think it basically you just conjure up an item under that's a certain size or something.
It says you
Let's
convert
see.
raw materials into products of the same material. For example, you can fabricate a wooden bridge from a clump of trees, a rope from a patch of hemp, and clothes from flax or wool. You can choose raw materials that you can see within range, and you can fabricate a large or smaller object contained within a 10-foot cube or 8 5-foot cubes connected. Given a sufficient quantity of raw material, if you're working with metal, stone, or another mineral substance, the fabricated object can be no larger than medium. What did you roll? You rolled a 52. Let's see what it would be with a 52. Oh, ice storm. Damn.
Cool. You can have the flow if you want to, Galador. Also, Galador, did you see my chat?
Yeah, I'm rich now.
Yeah. Cool. Is that everything in this room?
There are 2 other chests here and here. It's up to you if you want to open them.
Oh yeah, I thought.
They're safe.
They're
They're safes, not chests. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ooh, a crit.
Okay. Well, this on this save, you just kind of smash the lock into pieces.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and pry back the door.
Okay, you open the door and all right, inside there is a potion, a sack, and a set of +2 studded leather armor.
Wow.
Is studded leather medium or light?
I think it's light.
Yeah, I think it is light. It is light armor, yeah. So it'd be light armor +2.
So, if you guys aren't opposed,
It's all you, buddy.
I'm gonna get naked in this room and just put the armor on.
Cover your dick, please.
I need a
I'm gonna let
sensor.
my hang down
No.
my knees.
I need a sensor bar for the old man.
Yeah.
You're gonna really start wondering why it's shaped like a rectangle. Exactly, Wes.
All right, yeah. There's like I said, there's a potion. I need to get a description of it. The potion has transparent liquid that has floating in it a sliver of something.
Is that the ice you choke on when you're taking the shot?
If you drink the sliver, the drink is on the house.
Is the sliver of something? Is it a giant's toenail?
Could be a stone giant's toenail.
If so, that'd be perfect for Mr. Donkerjank.
So it's a potion of stone giant strength.
Oh, hell yeah, I'll take that.
So it changes your strength to 23 for 1 hour.
Sweet.
The sack has 1,000 copper pieces in it.
Stuff change. All right, I think we have one more.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and break open the final chest, or final vault.
Hit. All right, 28. All right, so you connect solidly with your... Sorry to make sure my mic was on. You connect solidly with your great axe, and the lock starts to... it cracks, and then you see that acid from your new axe seep into the cracks and dissolve the rest of the lock. Is it... it just kind of falls to the ground before your feet with a thud, and the door to the safe swings open. And inside of the safe, what's going on? Sorry, when I use my scroll wheel, it like scrolls my window. What the fuck? Oh, never mind. I figured it out. You guys don't need to worry about it. All right, inside of the last safe, there is a sack. Surprise. There's a small chest that's about 8 inches long. And and a scroll.
think it's safe to assume we open the sack, the 8-inch chest, and the scroll.
Okay. Inside of the chest, you find 2 vials. One is a potion of fire breath. The other is the oil of etherealness.
Nice.
Yes, very nice. This is, I should have described the chest, but it's really nice. Made of really high quality wood and inlaid with like a silver scroll. Inside the inside of the sack, there is 1,200 copper pieces. And the scroll, it is a scroll of 6th level. Roll a D100, everybody. $65, $63, and $36. Roll a D3. Three. Okay, it is a scroll of Faithful Hound. Or wait. Let me make sure I'm looking at the correct table. Nope. I'm not looking at the correct table. Oh, it is a scroll of Sunbeam, 6th level. Yeah, nice. It is an Unfaithful Hound.
Kyle, you can have that if you want.
Okay.
Before we leave, I'm going to drop a suspicious-looking note into the last vault here.
Okay. Do you want to tell me what it says?
It says, "Beware, vaults. They have been robbed by Loxley of the Trunk."
All right, well, you dropped that note in there.
No, I was just joking.
Like Robin of Loxley, the Loxodon?
Exactly. Like
I
was gonna sit there and blame the pillaging of this vault on the Loxodon diplomat.
Wow. Holy shit. Okay, if that's what you want to do, then feel free.
But if they take the note to like forensics, they're gonna see that. Oh, if they examine it, they take it to like an alchemist to look through it. They might see that, oh, this wasn't written by an elephant. This was written by, someone that doesn't have any any grasp of, language or grammar. Because if orcs can't count that high, imagine what they can't read. All right, I'm good to leave here.
Cool. We have another vault to our left and another one below us. One to our southwest. I don't know if you.
You'd end up looking like these guys writing that note, Donkey Jank.
Yeah.
I guess we can just do this in a clockwise motion if you want.
Did the Thieves Guild send us in here for anything specific?
Yeah, they were here to reclaim the treasure of the Tabaxi heirloom. And once we opened the first one, we noticed the Tabaxi just kind of went somewhere else. So, not sure where they are.
When you get here, this gate has been picked open.
There's the Tabaxi.
There is a hallway that looks like it juts abruptly to the right.
What was the plan?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, I was asking what you said about the hallway, or just that.
Oh, I said the hallway continues straight and then juts abruptly to the right. All right.
I'll raise my shield and move forward.
You move forward into this room, and there's all kinds of papers and stuff scattered around the floor here. It looks like perhaps someone has already rifled through this stuff.
Right. Is there anything that stands out that was left that might be useful or
Sure.
valuable?
So, do you want to search all four of the safes?
I mean, I'll do a quick glance at the top of each of the piles.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and make a perception check to see if you can look at anything that might have been missed.
Bless or the guidance.
11?
12.
12? Okay. With a 12, it looks like they did miss a small coin pouch. If you wanted to look inside, there's a gold ring set inlaid with bloodstones. There's 2 gold rings and a silver necklace with a gemstone pendant that totals up to about 250 copper pieces, gold pieces equivalent,
Nice. I'll give it to Galador for his next dinner party.
Okay.
Unless Tom can take one.
Cool. Yeah, but most of this other stuff looks like they've picked through and taken anything that's of real value.
Go.
Shit, Darren's just moving everybody. All right, Agris, you get over here, and this side of the gate has also been picked. And it hangs open.
Maybe.
Okay, you enter into into this side antechamber tomb and antechamber room, excuse me, and it's surprisingly well lit. Ahead of you lies sort of a small room. It's lined wall to wall with bookshelves, and there's the largest scroll rack that you've ever seen. Outside of a library is within this room. There are 3 tables. The table against the eastern wall has a large map of the region with various locations denoted upon it. Additionally, it seems like some of these other materials are open in support. There are various tombs and scrolls unrolled here. Additionally, Galador, on this table, you notice that there is a staff.
I'm gonna ask Agrius if it looks like the staff he just saw when I changed armor.
Oh my God. Oh, and when you come in, the Thieves Guild agent turns and says, there you are. I was beginning to think you'd been lost in the main vault.
We made it. Did you guys find what you were looking for?
He holds his arms up and shows you a pair of inlaid ornate bracers that he's wearing. He says, "I found exactly what I'm looking." He says, "Where's Kemu?" Kemu is the other agent for the Thieves Guild.
I'll say I haven't seen him. But there's one vault you had explored, so he might be in there.
He looks troubled. He says, "It's not like him to take so long to report." He says, "You may find." Well, he tells you to take a look at this and see if it means anything to you.
Yeah, what is this again?
So when you go over to pocket the map, it's a map of the region, the Rusvari Desert, and you notice that in the northeast, near the border with the Hulani grasslands, nestled under the mountain, there's some kind of marker. There's like, for lack of a better word, there's like a miniature placed there on the map. And this location is demarked with an X and circled twice. And underneath of that location, someone has written the words, "The Tomb of the True God."
Cool. I will pocket the map.
Okay. You also remember from you overheard the governor mention at the dinner that they had discovered this Tomb of the True God and that it was swarming with zealots whenever they tried to get close to investigate.
Right.
And he mentioned a great glass sea.
I'm going to laugh at it and say the real true God is the great old one.
Well, Thieves Guild guy, he just shrugs and says, "Doesn't look like anything to me."
All right. So is that what this is, the map?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. And these scrolls, are they just random texts?
There might be some spell scrolls in there if you
Yeah, I'll write through some of them.
make a few rolls here.
Perception rolls?
Yeah.
Uh, 13. Uh, 21. I don't know how many rolls I should be doing.
How many have you rolled? How many?
Just two. A 13 and a 21.
Go ahead and roll again.
26.
Okay. So with those rolls, you are able to find four good usable scrolls. Just give me a second. All right. So you find a fourth level scroll of Summon Construct.
Nice.
Yes. Very, very useful, probably, definitely. There's a fifth level scroll of Telekinesis. And what? You rolled 3 times?
Yep.
Okay. There's a scroll, another fourth level scroll of Staggering Smite. Galador, roll a D2. All right, Galador. On the table, there is a rod. This rod looks to you, it strikes your eye as extremely rare, very rare. You feel drawn to it in some way, almost as if you could use it to better commune with your god.
Sweet.
So it kind of looks like this. This is the best art for it, I guess I could find. All right, so there's a couple
The
different.
spotlight with the shaking dick.
No, there's a couple different variations, so you can pick which.
Oh, I want the third one, the tan one.
That,
has like
yeah, that's kind of what I figured you'd want. It looks like a maze.
And I want to put the black stone inside of it.
Okay, you
Nice.
okay in the housing.
Like, you know how Gandalf puts like the stone in his staff?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let me describe this to you. Okay. While holding this rod, you gain a bonus to spell attack rolls and to the saving throw DCs of your warlock spells. The bonus is determined by the rod's rarity. In this case, the rod is very rare. This is a Rod of the Pack Keeper +3. In addition, it requires attunement. And in addition, you can regain one warlock spell slot as an action while holding the rod. You can't use this property again until you finish a long rest. Once per long rest, you can use it to regain a spell slot.
Get advantage on get off my lawn rolls.
Pretty much. So you get a +3 to spell attack rolls, and you add that to the saving throw of your warlock DCs for your spells.
Damn, you're not resistant shit anymore.
It's not me, sir. It's the NPCs. And honestly, we'll just wait and find out. I gotta run my plate downstairs. I'll be right back, guys.
Welcome.
Thanks. Damn,
Oh, the DM has appeared.
I swear I had 2 bottles of water here. I don't know what happened. All right, well, what do you guys want to do?
I guess we have one vault area left that we might as well check out.
I'm going to drop a mysterious note on the floor in the scroll room.
Yeah?
Yep. It's going to say, not only am I a great arsonist, but ... Signed, Dane DeMar.
Oh my god.
Also, prior to leaving the note, or maybe I'll pick it up before I do this, but I want to burn all the scrolls and everything.
You burn everything in this room?
Yep. Unless anybody has doesn't want me to.
No, that's fine.
I'll
I'm
pop
cool
into
with
the
that.
map, but
I'm gonna laugh at the chaos.
Okay, well, what are you just grabbing a torch and walking through here with it?
I guess I better wait until we're on our way out, just in case. I don't want smoke to fill everything.
Okay, drop down to the tar pits real quick.
Okay.
I love me a good book burning.
Don't worry, guys. I left the DM in the tar pits.
Did you accidentally burn the cheat codes?
Apparently. Oh wait, maybe it wasn't supposed to do that. I don't know. I'll go back.
Hey, sorry I'm back, guys.
I'm back, baby.
Sorry to keep you all waiting.
I'm just upset I wasn't a part of the book burning ceremony.
What book burning ceremony?
We can throw our torches in here together. There's 2 torches and 2 of us.
I'm more upset that I didn't get to go to the tar pits.
All right, what do you guys, excuse me, what do you guys want to do? Oh, so you were coming up here to look in here.
Yep, the last
Right,
hole.
so when you come up and you look in here, the gate has been picked open and all of these safes have been rifled through, similar to the vault in the southeast.
All right.
If you wish, you could make a series of perception checks to determine if you find anything.
Sure. All right, so I got a 27, a 14, and a 13.
Okay. 27 is your best roll. There's a level 4 spell scroll of Ice Storm. You find a sack that contains 300 copper pieces and a potion of vitality.
I'll give the potion to Donkey Drink.
Yeah, poor buddy gets exhausted. He's
So wait,
exhausted, guys.
when he hands it to Donkey Jank, I'm gonna nudge Donkey Jank in the shoulder and say, "That's what I use when I'm meeting the lady of the evening."
Nice. She gets the same 2 minutes you do.
All right. So I'm assuming Mr. Thief Guild Kitty is following us around. So I will reiterate that there's no sign of him anywhere. I guess I'll use the little walkie-talkie sending stone to ask the other Tabaxi if he's seen anyone
Percy?
leave. Percy.
Okay, so Percy, you use your sending stone to communicate with him, and after a few moments, sorry, I had to yawn. After a few moments, you get a reply. It sounds a little chaotic outside. He says, sorry for the delay. He says, I haven't seen anybody come or go. He says, that fog you conjured is obscuring my vision of the door. He says, but the city itself is in total chaos. He says that the rebels, the insurgents that you armed, have set fire to various districts across the city, and the city watch, the military is having a hard time containing them.
Out of them.
Did we just
Cool.
the whole city?
Yeah, I before we went in here, if you remember, I bought a whole fuck ton of weapons and food and everything like that for all the Tabaxi, and then I told them to raise some hell while shit was going crazy over here.
Yeah, so Percy says there's a large mob that's just advancing through the city, burning as they go.
Perfect.
But he says that he hasn't seen anyone come or go, but the fog is making it difficult to see clearly.
Yep, nope, that is fair. All right, so I guess we explored everything except for these 2 areas up front, but My guess is he's probably slipped away.
Well, what do you want to do?
Do you guys want to check out the last couple rooms just in case and then get out of here?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, you come around the corner. From where you're at, outside, it sounds like it's quite chaotic. Sounds like
All right, guys.
sounds like the city is tearing itself apart.
So we have a couple options here. I can pretend to be the guy that helps us by clearing the fog and then clearing the temple. Or if we get into the temple, nobody can follow us inside of it, and we can go from there. Or I have another plan that would get us out of here.
What if I just take the face of the guards and become one of the guards and act like I'm escorting you guys out?
Or Klein, can you go down to the Sharpits for like a minute?
Yeah, that's good.
Hey guys, so if you want, I set something up. I basically, with one action, I can get us back to that druid temple that we cleared in the grasslands. So it's far away, but if we absolutely had to get the fuck out, I could teleport us real quick if you wanted.
Do we have anything else to fulfill for like the Thieves Guild or whatever, or are we basically done now?
As far as we know, we're okay. I don't know. I think what I'm thinking is the other tabaxi probably stole the item and then ran away or something. But we have the black zone, the third black zone, which is all we really needed.
Is he gonna go make us track down the other tabaxi?
Mayhaps, or he might ask us to, but we could also just continue on our thing to destroy the world.
I say that you keep the teleport thing in your back pocket.
Okay.
If we get into a hairy situation, just pop it.
Okay. Yeah, as long as we're all within 30 yards, then I can use it.
Does anyone have like a disguise kit?
I think Kyle does.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the ability to turn into anyone that I've murdered.
Oh, that's cool.
Awesome.
I was gonna drop my final note as the drowned captain that got brought back to life with animate dead to be questioned.
That poor captain. He was Craig's favorite character.
Oh, Klein says we have 2 more minutes because we hear footsteps and yelling.
Is it good if I come back?
Welcome back. Yeah, you're good. I was just telling them how I hear footsteps and yelling.
All right. Yeah.
So they might be running in here.
So while you're standing there figuring out what you want to do, you start to hear this screaming, shouting. Sounds like orders being directed, and then you hear some footsteps in unison, and they sound to be like they're heading in your direction. What do you want to do? You have probably 30 seconds to decide.
I want to go get the face of one of the guards and become the guard.
30 seconds, starting now.
All right, well, you have 30 seconds to do so.
He's not in this room.
I know. You have to go get a guard somewhere. What are the rest of you doing?
Raising my shield and taking a defensive stance and saying that we should looks like we might have to make a stand.
Donkey Jank?
Donkey Jank's gonna click yes on his ready check.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can retreat further back if you guys want to. Oh, dude, we should go back to the lava pit area and fight him over there. That way we can kind of turtle. If you guys are cool for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal this guy's face.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna drag his body and throw it into the lava so it disintegrates and there's no evidence.
All right. Well, you have control of this token if you want it.
Okay.
His health is not accurate. That's just what it was when he was killed.
Should we fight in this little lava island or around it? Because if we fight in the island, then we won't be able to leave without cutting them down, but they also won't be able to reach us. Also, what's this guy doing?
He just followed you guys back here. He said,
Okay.
He said, I cannot find Kemu. And if we have to make a stand, better that we make it here.
Donkey Jank, do you want to fight around the ring or in this little island area?
It doesn't matter to me. I'm fine with either or.
It would be pretty easy to make a stand and only fight a couple at a time. How high are these? Sorry, go ahead.
I had a funny thought, which was, what if we tried to reconstruct everything how it was before we broke into everything, and then just have Kyle act like he's the guard and just pretty much say, "There's no problems here. Everything's safe on my watch." But I'm fine with fighting wherever.
And how high are these walls here?
They are about 5 feet high.
Okay, cool. So enough that you can duck, but
you might be able to get partial. Yeah, you might be able to get partial cover from that. Okay, are you guys prepared?
Yeah, if you guys are, I'll help Grandpa across the fire pit.
And I'll help him with the wood.
All right. Well, you hear some shouting, the shouting, and the footsteps get closer and closer and closer. And finally, well, I guess you wouldn't know who enters the hall, but you can see on the map. So finally, the governor's head of security, Relis Caligaius, comes into the vault. And he's flanked with heavy infantry. They look to be the governor's personal guards. And he says, hold on.
I'm rethinking fighting back here. I wonder if Wes and I should be up here, and then Kyle can safely peel from back there. Because otherwise, they can just kind of block our exit until more reinforcements come or something.
That's cool. I'm fine with that.
Sorry, I was talking, but I was muted. So he's issuing some orders. From where you're at, you would not be able to hear what he says. What are you doing? Well, let's go ahead and roll for initiative, and you might have another round or two before you're discovered. Maybe.
I got a 0. Yeah, I wanted to prepare one spell that I'll cast the second I see them.
Okay. How long does it take to prepare?
It's just an action, so I was just gonna. I'm gonna ready the spell.
Okay.
Actually, I'll go ahead and cast it now, and then I'll ready a different spell. I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians on myself since I lost 10 minutes.
Zero. Hi, Agrius.
Yep.
All right, give me a second to roll for these guys. Oh man, I hope you guys are excited to fight these guys.
Ever.
What?
I said, "Am I ever?"
I guess we'll see. Okay. We're gonna move in turn order now. So for you guys, Donkey Jank, you'd be up first.
All right. All right. So we have. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and delay my turn until they get closer.
Okay. Well, you have a round that you could prepare.
Okay.
So like they probably won't reach you for at least a round. So if you wanted to use this round to prepare or do anything, you could do that.
Okay. Let's see. Um. hmm. You know what? I'll go ahead and consume the potion of stone giant strength.
Okay. Your strength increases to 23 for 1 hour. I can't imagine it tastes very good. Like stone giant toe. Really earthy, you know.
So I'm gonna go ahead. All right. Here's what else. Is drinking a potion an action?
Didn't we say it was a bonus action? It's a bonus action in Baldur's Gate 3. The player's handbook describes a potion of healing. Drinking or administering a potion takes an action.
Okay.
That's just in the player's handbook. The Dungeon Master's guide does not explicitly state that it requires an action to drink or administer a potion. So
that's fine.
why don't we just? I think it makes more sense to have it as a bonus action.
Okay.
I mean, is that cool?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
All right.
And then let's see, what else am I gonna do? Donkey Jank is going to start focusing his energies on the black stone that he picked up earlier, and he's going to cast the spell Blur.
Okay. Enemies will have disadvantage on attacks against you.
And
Your
that's
body
gonna
becomes. Yep, your body becomes blurred, shifting and wavering to all who can see you. Any creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against you. Lasts for 1 minute.
okay.
All right.
And that's gonna end my turn.
Galador.
Is the door open or closed?
Did you guys shut the door?
Will did whatever Galador wanted us to.
Okay, so the door's still open. I'm gonna just kneel down and scheme an evil plot.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Catno back here is going to roll a 13 on his stealth check. Agrius.
All right, so I guess I went ahead early, so I will now cast my spell, my Spirit Guardians. Unless it's able to do that ahead of time, but if that's my turn, then otherwise that is what I'll do. Or is I able to get that off before like the initiative count and stuff?
Yeah, no, you could get that. You could get that spell off before the initiative started.
Okay, in that case, I will turtle up and cast Shield of Faith on myself and raise up my new Spellguard shield and be ready for anything.
Okay. All right. Well, this column of troops is going to move forward. And he says, you can recognize the voice of Realus Caligaius. He says, spread out. They've probably gone to the main vault. All right, and he gets up here and he calls out to you. Insurgents, surrender now and we'll give you a clean death.
Oh, there you are. We got lost in the fog and took a wrong turn. Can you show us how to get out of here?
Come out with your hands in the air. Or die.
I'll suggest that you do the same.
You are stealing from the Emperor himself, a crime punishable by death, and I will see to it that it is most painful.
I look forward to it.
Okay, well. Just give me a second. All right, well, he's going to bark an order at the royal guards and tell them to move forward. All right, they will move there. And that's all they'll do. They will move there, and then he will call out to you again. He says, "This is your last chance. Surrender. Give up the artifacts you've taken, or die." Okay. No response?
I'm just waiting for my turn.
Please don't come in here. I'm awfully scared.
Oh, good grief, he's naked.
All right. Well, in that case, he says, "I'll take your silence as a no." And he'll tell his guards to kill upon sight. Donkey Jank, it's your turn.
I'm held up in here with the drowned captain, Dane DeMar, and of course myself, Loxley the drunkard. All right. You guys ready to start killing people?
Yeah.
All right. Is the door closed?
Now the door is open.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Man, you guys ruined my plan.
What do you mean? You said the door was open.
Not the door, them.
Oh, good.
I think they forgot that I'm disguised as one of the guards.
I think we can pretend to be holding you captive.
Yeah.
I had something much more sinister in store.
Go for it then. I'll go ahead here, and I guess I'll delay my turn until after Galador.
Okay. By the way, these are red dragonborn. Red Dragonborn squad.
I'll let the DM decide if he wants to go with it or not.
Well, let's hear it, because I am a big fan of the rule of cool.
So what I was going to do was, as I'm dressed as the guard, explain to the soldiers and the commander that we have been robbed, and if not for the help of Donkey Jank and Agrius, I would be dead right now. There was a group of Tabaxi that stormed the vault and overpowered my partner over here and killed him. But had Donkey Jank and Agrius not stormed in behind them, I'd surely be dead right now.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh my god.
He says, "Step forward, soldier."
I'm going to step forward.
Closer. So as you step around the corner, you see Realis over here, and he's got a German-style executioner's greatsword on his back. And he's drawing this thing out of its scabbard, and it seems to have some sort of, you notice that the blade kind of pulses with this dark energy. And he says, "You have allowed outlanders inside the vault. You are charged with dereliction of duty." Even if what you say is true, I was told by a member of their own party that they would be here robbing this very vault this evening.
Oh, that's not good.
The old fool sold them out rather than spend 40 years in the Dreadhold. Not that he has 40 years. So, Galador, he says, explain yourself.
I'm basically going to tell him that there are still Tabaxi running around in there, and they need to be apprehended at once. That justice for the people helping can wait.
He says, sadly, soldier, I'm inclined to disagree. It cannot. And he's going to tell these two soldiers to take you into custody. You understand, until we can get the truth sorted out.
I'm going to tell them that's fine, but there's still 4 or 5 Tabaxi in the main vault.
He says, well, he says there'll be one shorter. We beheaded one in the courtyard.
I'm going to look at him and say, restrain me if you must, but please, for your soldiers' sake, send in the full force so they're not overwhelmed.
When you say overwhelmed, they kind of snigger a little bit, and they, he says these are the governor's royal guards. I highly doubt they'll be overwhelmed by a few cats.
I'm a royal guard myself.
He says you are no more than a lowly tomb warden. One that allowed outlanders into the vault and allowed your partner to be killed.
So you're saying that, I'm sorry, I'm breaking role play right now. You're saying that the most valuable thing in the whole city, the tomb guard, would be the lowest rank? Because normally they have like really high ranking people watching the treasure.
Sure, that is correct, but from his perspective right now, your actions are highly suspect. So maybe he's trying to be more insulting to you than logical by calling you a tomb warden.
I'm just going to snarl back at him and say, well, that's your men's death then.
Okay, well, these guys are going to try and restrain you. Are you going to allow yourself to be restrained?
Yep, I'm going to pretend like I am cooperating fully.
Okay, well, they take out some chain and they bind your hands. And then they wrap a loop of chain around you.
They ain't fucking around.
No, they're not.
I think as they start to bind him up, I think I should probably at that point jump in and start this. Do you think, Wes? I'm going to look at you and wait for the old nod or the head shake.
Is it time to go in guns blazing?
Yep, I think it is.
All right. Let's do it. I'll go ahead and give you the thumbs up.
Cool. I think as they start to bind him, I think I will run out and attack him.
Okay.
What I think I'll do is I think I'll step here, summon the blue shell to just to kind of start things, and then kind of retreat back over here.
You come out here. You don't go the whole way over here.
Correct. Yeah. So I'll pop out here, summon the blue shell, and attack, and then I'll come back here.
Okay. That's
Attack
good.
this guy. I'll summon the blue shell at level 4 and attack him.
Oh man.
24.
24 versus AC. 24 hits.
15 radiant. I'll say I summoned it here. So 15 radiant, and I'll say you're not even smart enough to bring your full force. You have one person that has all the information, but you're just going to lock them up. You deserve to die where you stand, and I'll see to it that it happens.
Oh damn. He says I'll cook you in your armor for the glory of the Empire. Outlander.
All heat.
Maximum heat. Anything else? Anything else, Agrius?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I will, since that's a bonus action, I will still dodge as my main action.
All right. Well, after you, it would be these three. All right. So they are gonna move up. So they're gonna move up here, almost in lockstep.
As soon as they enter my aura, their speed gets halved, so they might be able to move not as far.
These guys would be
And then they will. Perfect. And then they have to make a wisdom saving throw or take 48 necrotic.
48?
4d8.
Yeah, that's what. Okay.
16 or 8 on
Wisdom
success.
save. Okay. They are pretty wise to be royal guards. Not that wise.
That is 1 success. So the 21 takes 8, and the other 2 take 16.
Oh no! What the fuck? What happened?
Did you delete
I
them?
don't think.
Oh, we automatically win.
Yeah.
I might have hit delete on accident. Okay. They take the radiant damage. All right, well, they move up there. Oh, you know what?
What's up?
Sorry, I'm just reading something real quick. Okay, so actually, Darren, I think they're gonna use their legendary resistance to succeed.
Perfect.
Is that cool?
Of course.
Okay.
What a
So they will take half.
what a waste.
Is it?
You already said it, DM. You gotta go for it.
Oh, I'm good with it. I'm fully committed because I don't know if you're getting out of this tomb here, sir. This vault.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, 100% committed. All right, in that case, they're gonna make one melee attack, and then the guy in the back is gonna make a range attack.
Wait, how?
Oh shit! Yeah, you guys aren't in range. Oh, sorry, I was reading from the side. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be able to hit you, Donkey Jank. Doubtful.
There's also a reason why I stood in this corner over here.
Do you
Maybe
think,
if they had a scythe that they could whip around the corner.
do you, Agrius, do you think he'd be able to see you?
He would be able to see me, but I think I would get some cover out of that deal.
Okay, he'll roll with disadvantage.
I think partial cover, I think is just an additional 2d,
What,
2
2 to 18?
additional. But they do have disadvantage anyway because I dodge, so they better roll really fucking high.
All right.
Oh, yeet.
All right, so he levels this heavy crossbow. So
Miss.
okay, shit. All right, well they take these shots at you and they miss. This guy in the back here will dodge and end his turn there.
Can you mark the one that dodged?
Yeah, it's gonna be this guy. He ninja'd. Okay. That is the end of their turn. After them, it's Donkey Jank's turn.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and bonus action rage.
Got it.
Power up. And let's see here. I'm going to slowly approach the guards. I'm going to walk out. And let's see here. I'm actually going to move down here. And I'm going to go ahead and recklessly power attack the... Go ahead and recklessly power attack this guard in the back.
Okay. He did take the dodge action.
Okay, never mind. Then I'm not going to attack him.
I was gonna say, why are you picking the one that took the dodge action?
I mean, please attack him.
I'm going to attack the guy. I'll attack the guy in front of me instead. Go ahead and recklessly power attack him.
Okay, he's wearing plate armor.
Oh, he got the stimulus check?
Yeah, he got that stimmy from Uncle Joe, the Emperor.
Nothing gets better than all those people that are complaining about how Joe Biden's ruining their life.
Why are they saying he's ruining their lives?
Because they're idiots, and that's what Fox News told them.
Yeah. All right, Donkey Jank. He will parry the 22, but the 21 is a hit.
All right. Let's see. That's going to be 21. That's going to be this. All right. Let's see here. So he's going to go ahead and take 27.
Okay.
And then 8 for acid. And then
Okay.
Dodgy Boy's going to take 6 for the cleave.
Gotcha. Nice. Cleavy, my boy. Anything else, sir?
No, that's going to end my turn.
Okay. All right. Well, after you, it is gonna be these guards. So, all right, Galador, they have you restrained in chains.
What's the lighting like in this hallway?
There are torches, so it's I
What
would
do you
say it's
call it,
well.
dim or
Yeah,
low?
I'd call it dim lighting.
Would they have gone to the restraints off? Because I ran out as they would have been starting, and so I don't know how long that would have
Well,
taken. But
he
my goal
allowed
is
himself to be restrained, so I'm not sure.
I was
Okay.
cooperating, but I don't know when Darren went in.
Yeah, my goal was
Let's
to run out
say
as it
they
started.
bound his hands but didn't wrap the chain around him.
Okay, that sounds good.
Well, in that case, I am going to use one with the shadows.
No safe word.
That's right.
What
And
is
because
one
it's dim lighting, I become invisible.
Nice.
Well, it's actually super well lit. No, I'm just kidding.
That's why I had you verify what the lighting was
so
like.
it's until you move or take an action or reaction. So you'll be invisible as long as you're standing right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow. I just saw my character's name. What the fuck?
Oh man.
All I was trying to do is mark myself.
I didn't do
invisible.
it. It wasn't me.
Everything
It
points to
wasn't
you.
me. If only we knew someone else that played a warlock before.
So I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay.
They're gonna be real confused about what just
You have
happened.
a title, Galador? Yeah. Yeah, it was Grandma Mimi. She's the great old one at this point. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow,
That would be hilarious. All right, well, you go invisible, and they are definitely confused. It's not your turn, so you'll have to do that on your turn.
You said it was my
Nope,
turn.
I said they had you restrained.
Oh, I thought you were like leading into.
No, sorry, I should.
Oh,
I should have clarified. My bad.
Because you're like, well, Galador, they have you restrained, and then you just stopped talking. So I thought it was my turn. You just blue balls my move.
Sorry. I mean, it's still gonna be cool when you do it. All right. This guard will step forward, and he will shoot his crossbow at you, Donkey Jank. Plow! 20 is a hit.
He's gonna have to roll with disadvantage.
Oh yes, that is correct. My bad. 14 teen.
Ooh. No, that's not good enough.
That's not good enough. All right. Well, he misses. This other guard is gonna move here, and he points his spear against you, Galador, and he says, "Get moving," and he'll end his turn there.
Which way does he want
He
me
wants
to
you
move?
to move towards the entrance.
Because I mean, right now it kind of looks like he just wants me to walk into
Sorry,
the wall.
he goes like he moves here.
I'm gonna gesture at him like there's a wall.
Bro, there's
right
a
there.
wall.
Like,
what do you want me to do? Stop resisting, he says, and then he shoots you.
Whoa! My character's white. Yeah. White privilege is still available in D&D.
It is. Okay. It's Realist's turn. So he's got this very menacing executioner's sword, and he walks past you and he calls out around the corner. He says, "Insurgents, throw down your arms or die."
Stop pussyfooting around and fight us.
He says, "As you wish." So you have chosen death, he says. All right, Donkey Jang. He's going to point at you and say, "Hold." And You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw.
Here, he's the wisest orc in the land. He can write down words on paper.
He can count to 7. Okay, you are held with hold person. So you are paralyzed for the duration, which is up to 1 minute. At the end of it,
He is not. He actually can't become paralyzed because he still has freedom of movement. Let me double check this well, though.
You motherfucker. I'm just,
Yeah.
son of a bitch. How dare you, sir? Damn it. Okay. No,
Yep. Other magical effects can neither reduce the target speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed
listen,
or
Realist
restrained.
wouldn't have known that anyway. So,
Oh no, yeah, that was a good call. But
all right.
yeah.
Well, he casts this hold person at you, and he feels confident it's going to take hold. And then whenever you just kind of shake it off, you see his smug grin just kind of wipes off his face. He ends his turn there. It's going to be the kitty cat's turn. I think he's going to move. He's got a lot of movement. So he'll move here, and he's got a hand crossbow. Oh, a crit. He takes 2 shots at this guard and hits with both. All right, so here's the crit, and here's the regular damage. Hits him for 31. Nice, that's a big hit. Okay, that's the end of his turn. It is Galador's turn. I wonder what he's going to do.
I'm going to start calmly walking this way. And when I get to the end of my movement here, I'm just going to disappear into the shadows.
Okay. All right, well, you disappear. And this royal guard back here calls back. He says, "Sir, he vanished." And he's looking like, "Oh shit, what do I do?"
While I'm vanished, would I be allowed to awaken my...
Nope.
No? Even though I'm not like... moving or anything?
That is considered an action, isn't it?
Depends on the action. I could break invisibility, but if it does something else, I think
It says you become invisible. You use your action to become invisible until you move or take an action or a reaction.
Yep, just kidding.
So no, you can't do that while you're invisible.
Okay.
Sorry.
Lame.
I know it sucks.
I just wanted to mess
I know.
with him.
I know.
I just wanted to fuck with him.
I know. Don't worry. There'll be more people for you to fuck with.
I just wanted to be like, you're such a bad guard. You can't even keep track of one prisoner. You know, just emotionally
What your
destroy
wife thinks of you is true. That's true. All right, Galador. Well, if you're done, it's Agrius' turn.
Cool. I'm gonna see what they just tried to pull on Donkey Jink, and thankfully it's not concentration or anything. So I'm going to spend my action to give myself freedom of movement, and then I will step right here.
Okay.
My bonus action, I will use my shell to, I guess, attack this guy again. No, better go for the one that Duncan Jake's been attacking. Was it this guy?
Yeah, he just took 31 points of hand crossbow damage.
Nice. All right, cool. So it's spectral, so it can kind of be in the wall. So I'll just get it out of everybody's way. So I'll attack that guy.
The blue shell. It does what it wants.
Yeah, buddy.
Blue shell follows you everywhere.
All right, 13 probably
13
doesn't
is a
hit.
miss.
Cool. Well, that is my turn. So it's bonus action, and then you have freedom of movement.
Okay,
and
that's a
it for
round
me.
down. I need to BRB bio just real quick. Give me 1 minute.
You guys remember that time Klein said he was going to kill us?
Says that a lot. All I can say is thank God for freedom of movement, or that would have been real bad.
Yeah, I was surprised that you brought that. I totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
That's fine, but why are you winning?
Because I had to run downstairs to get a new bottle of water. And I was running to get back, so I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. And I also was running so that nobody saw me eating this other box of Girl Scout cookies. All right, well, it was a round down. So we're back over the top. It's going to be the 3 Royal Guards in front of you. It's going to be their turn.
Oh boy, they need to start the turn to the whiz save.
Okay, well, like I said before, they are very wise. One of them is very wise.
Still checking. I can't remember if it's 3d8 or 48. So we'll get to you in 1 sec. 48. Nice. The one who succeeded takes 13. The other ones take 26.
Holy cow.
I think I hit the guard so hard they're lagging.
I'm sorry. I was talking to my significant. Sorry about that. Yeah, so, okay, well, the front 2 here take the 26, and this guy back here takes the 13. All right, well, with that, they're going to move forward and attack. All right, Agrius. I don't know if you're gonna like it. What's going on with this? Just as soon as I figure out why the page won't let me scroll up. All right, well, he's gonna make two, let's see, two longsword attacks, and then he's gonna do a shield bash. All right, Agrius, here goes. He's gonna take two swipes with the longsword, and then shield bash.
When he goes for the shield bash, I'm gonna say real men dual wield.
Yeah, the last two hit, surprisingly.
Not so tough now, are you?
That is correct.
Are you, sir?
You're less tough.
All right, well, two longsword strikes, and then the shield bash. You will have to make a strength saving throw upon hit with the shield bash. So you get hit with one longsword strike and the shield bash. Longsword and then shield bash damage is 2d4 plus 8.
10 on the strength save.
All right,
And I take 20.
he hits you for 23 and you are knocked prone.
Cool.
All right, so you're knocked prone, and from where you're knocked down on your back, and you see he's like grinning maliciously down at you. All right, Donkey Jank, same thing. Two longsword strikes and a shield bash.
They all miss.
17. Oh, all miss.
Yep.
Okay. Well, in that case, if you're gonna be like that, then this Dragonborn is going to exhale his fire breath in a 15-foot cone.
Quick question. The one that just hit me, is that the one that we've been attacking?
I think that was the one this is the guy that was back here.
Oh, okay,
this
cool.
guy in the middle is the one that has taken the biggest part of the damage so far.
Got it.
So, yeah. So anyway, this he's going to use his breath weapon. So you guys need to make a dexterity saving throw. Darren, you probably make yours with disadvantage since you're prone.
Yep.
Oh. Oh my God. Wow. Okay.
So wait, it's supposed to be +1 instead of -1. So actually, no, it's Dex. Yeah, never mind. No, yeah, +1 because of my stuff. So it would have been 2.
All right, so you guys are gonna take 4d6 of fire damage. Damn, what a fucking letdown. All right, you guys each take 12. Damn, that sucks. I can't be the only one that feels like the Dragonborn are a little bit of a disappointment sometimes.
I think Dragonborn are always disappointing.
Donkey Jack.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I would disengage
Donkey Jack.
on your next turn.
Your turn, Donkey Jank.
All right, yeah, I'll go ahead and disengage. Is there a particular spot that I should move to?
Well, I mean, 60-yard radius, so I'm trying to place it where it won't hit anybody. But if I put it right there, I can hit literally everyone. You guys just have to move back one step.
All right. I'll go ahead and actually, it's not gonna matter for me because I already have. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and attack, and then I'll move back because I have blur up, so I'll just take the disadvantage on the opportunity attack. So I'll go ahead and recklessly power attack the guy in front of me.
Okay. Okay. 24 would hit, but he uses his reaction to parry that.
Okay. And then I'll go ahead and take my step back. And end my turn. Actually, I'll go ahead and move behind the wall.
Miss.
Correct.
Sorry, I was eating a Samoa. In case you didn't know, the Samoa is the best of all the Girl Scout cookies in existence.
Those are the like vanilla ones with the chocolate topping and then the coconut shavings.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Honestly, I thought the tag-alongs were the best, and I don't know why I thought that for so long.
My wife doesn't love me enough to get me Girl Scout cookies.
Damn, that sucks. It's probably because Girl Scouts can't sell their cookies in Chicago because it's so dangerous.
You would just get robbed, and
See why the
they
Girl
would
Scout?
lose their cookies and the money. So, what skills did they teach you?
How to hustle.
Said she didn't learn anything except for how to sell her cookie.
Oh God.
Which I guess is a pretty good skill to have in Chicago.
Oh no. Oh no. This is gonna be on YouTube. All right, get it together, Craig. All right, here we go. All right, Donkey Jank, after you, it's these other guards. So he's gonna move in, and Agrius make 3 attacks.
First, he has to make a wisdom save. Well, you can do it after the fact, but he still has to save against damage.
27.
That's a hit.
That's a save.
Oh, that's a success then.
Okay. Since you're prone, does he get an advantage on attacks against you?
Unfortunately, yes. Yeah, he takes 10 damage, and then yeah, he has advantage.
Okay,
against me.
well, then his first attack was a 14. He missed. His second attack was an 11, so this would be his third attack. Damn, 15. Oh, wait. 13.
Fail.
All right. Well, I guess he spent too much time in the palace. All right, he ends his turn there. This royal guard is gonna move in this direction, looking for Galador. Well, wait. So he'll move down here and end his turn there. After that, it's Realis' turn. Realis is going to come up here. And he says, last chance to surrender.
Yeah.
He says, I thought you'd say that. All right, so he's going to raise he's got this executioner's sword and it glistens with dark energy. And he raises it above his head and heaves it in a solid downward strike into the ground. And as he does so, he creates this burst of energy that's going to ripple outwards towards you. So each creature he chooses within 30 feet has to succeed on a Constitution saving throw. So Agrius, Donkey Jank, Constitution saves.
Crit. Success.
Yes.
Oh, Donkey Jink went AFK.
Oh, he's AFK? Okay, well, we'll have him make the save when he returns. Let me look at this spell again. All right, so you're going to take half damage. All right, Agrius, you take 10. And that is necrotic damage.
Cool.
So it's a wave of necrotic energy. And we'll just have Donkey Jank make the save when he returns. So Realist will end his turn there. And it will be Kitty Cat Noel's turn.
What do I gotta
Really
save?
has to do the save or damage.
What?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, he does have to make the save. That's right. My bad.
What's
Donkey Jank, you need to make a con save, please.
okay?
24.
Success. He takes 8 necrotic.
Okay. Donkey Jank, you fail. You take 21 points of necrotic damage. And you are knocked prone.
All right.
So you guys are both prone now. All right, well, Realist ends his turn, and it'll be the kitty cat's turn.
Does freedom of movement also protect against prone or no?
No. It doesn't, unfortunately. I don't think so anyway.
Okay.
Let me double check. Okay.
All right, well, the cat's going to come up here, and he's going to take 2 shots against this royal guard he's been fighting. Those are 2 hits, 2 good hits. $13 and 11, 24. That's a pretty nice chunk of damage. And he ends his turn there. Galador.
Oh yeah.
Your turn, pal. Tappy door.
Oh, you could probably, now that they're all in range, you could probably just do, here.
Yeah, I'll just sacrifice myself.
Ah, I see. Yep, I don't blame you. Oh, we're here.
I hear Warcraft music.
Listening to Two Steps from Hell.
Maybe that is what it is instead.
I say I'm watching Impractical Joker.
Oh yeah. So yeah, if, as long as you move up or this way, you might be fine. Or even over here. Oh yeah, this. Oh. There you go. Here's your spot.
Yeah, no, I already figured it out.
Oh, my bad.
All right, so I move.
Okay, as soon as you move, you are visible.
Yeah, and that guy should probably be a little confused about what he just saw.
Sure, that would probably confuse him when he would just reappear behind him.
And right here, I am going to cast my friend. They've all seen it before. Circle of Death. Yeah, move over one there, bud. But yeah. See, 60 feet.
It's also going to hit your companions.
No, it's not. Because 60 feet from here is right there. Agrius is 65.
Okay. All right, I need to look it up.
Are we level 14 yet?
Yep, we are.
Oh, so, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cast that at the 7th level.
Yes.
So they take a possible 10d6.
Okay.
You're very happy about that.
You're not going to be very happy by the end of this.
Oh, yeah, they're going to resist everything?
They might. I don't know. Constitution saving throw. All right, here we go. For the Royal Guards, they get +7. If 10 does not succeed, he will use his second legendary resistance to succeed.
Oh, he gets more than one.
They get 2 a day.
Well, anyone below 21 has to use it.
Okay, so I'm gonna have these 2 guys that already used their first one. They'll use both of theirs to succeed. And then Relis. He fails. All right, so Relis takes 38. What type of damage is it?
Necrotic.
Okay. All right. Well, these guys take. Well, I guess they take half damage.
Flashbacks to all the civilians.
Okay. All right. Well, Anything else, Galador? Galador?
1 second. And with my bonus action, I'm going to give myself Entropic Ward.
Okay.
Which means if somebody tries to attack me, I can impose disadvantage on them.
Did you get the message I sent you earlier on Facebook?
Something about blur. I was at work.
Yeah, just go back and read that. And keep it to yourself. Okay, well, if that is the end of your turn, then it's your turn, Agrius. You are prone and would have to use half
of them to stand up, which I will.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't even have to tell you, you know.
All right, so I will. I think instead of disengaging, I think I'll take the dodge action. I'll raise up my shield and take a step back here.
Okay, you're gonna take a couple opportunity attacks.
Yep, this guy parried, so he shouldn't have a
Yeah,
reaction.
it's gonna be from
but
these two that were in front of you.
Cool. So they'll do it with disadvantage.
12 and 13.
Miss.
Okay.
Awesome.
They're still
All
recovering
right, so
from
that's
the Galador's spell.
yep. And which is the one that we've been attacking? This one in the middle, or no, this one? I'll hit him with the blue shell.
Okay.
Oh, return that to 10. That should be 20.
Okay, yeah, 20 is a hit.
That is 12.
All right. He's not looking so good. He gets hit with that blue shell and it knocks him right out of first place.
Yeah, buddy. All right, that's my
Okay.
turn.
That's a round down, gents.
Fucking Bowser whizzed by.
It is these. It's the first three hobgoblins. It's the first three Royal Guard's turn.
They need to make their
They
saves.
do need to make their saves. 20, 24, and 12.
All right, so the first two take 10, the second one takes 21 necrotic. Or the third one.
All right, he dies. And the other two are still kicking. All right, so he goes to step through the threshold, and that, it's necrotic damage?
Yep.
Yeah, it just saps all the vitality out of him, and he falls over dead. His lifeless corpse hits the dirt. All right, well, that's upsetting for if you're a Royal Guard. First one's gonna cross the threshold. Second one's gonna cross the threshold. Donkey Jank, he's coming over here to attack you with advantage because you're prone.
Well, he attacks regularly then.
Oh yeah, because of blur. Okay. Then it would be 26, 12 on the second attack, and 11 on the shield bash.
Yeah, so the 26 goes through.
Okay, he is actually. What weapon does he have? Yeah, he's using a long sword. Okay. All right, well, he's going to hit you for some slashing damage of 10. Agrius. Same deal, buddy. Oops. Sorry.
Disadvantage.
What? With disadvantage, yes.
He rolls.
Yep. $18.
Thank God.
20.
Miss.
23.
Miss.
Damn, 23 is a miss?
Yeah, I put that shield on myself, shimmering the one that paladins get to give you
Oh,
plus 2 to
yeah.
AC.
Yeah, Shield of Faith.
That
Oh,
one.
damn,
Yep.
Galador left?
Yeah, it looks like he got
Maybe he just
disconnected.
He'll be back. All right, well, then he tries to strike at you and misses. And he ends his turn there. Donkey Jang. You are prone, sir.
All right, I'm going to choose to get up from prone. And let's see. What's Donkey Jack want to do? Donkey Jack's going to go ahead and move here. And is there a way how? All right, yeah, Donkey Jack's going to move here. And he's going to go ahead and recklessly power attack this guard. And miss.
Unfortunately, those are all misses.
All right. I'm going to end my turn here.
Okay. All right, after Donkey Jank, it is going to be these guards. So Galador. Oh, he's not here. Damn. Well, Agrius, you're going to be Galador, and Galador is getting attacked.
With his new armor, I mean, the 10 and 14 definitely missed. The 17, I don't know what his dex is. 15. That's going to be right on the cusp. So we'll have, I don't know about the 17.
We'll ask him when he comes back, but if it hits, he takes 13.
Okay, cool.
If he doesn't come back, then we'll have to just figure something out.
Okay.
All right, it's going to be this last Royal Guard, and he's going to come.
He has to make a save.
Yes, he does. Fail. He takes 14. Okay. So he's going to come in, he takes that damage, and he's going to, again, make 2 strikes with a long sword, and then he's going to try and shield bash you, Agrius.
Cool. Disadvantage.
Yep.
So the first is a miss, 16's a miss, and 17's a miss.
Damn. Well, all right. After that, it would be Realis's turn.
Cool. He can start by making a save.
Yeah, I heard the Warsong Gulch music.
Oh shit.
The Warsong Gulch.
It's Kyle. Kyle, what is your armor class?
It's 15 now.
Okay, you take 13 slashing damage from this guy. He slashes you with his longsword.
I'm gonna pull out my longsword and say, "This is what a real sword looks like."
Oh yeah.
You said 15.
Sorry. You take 13 slashing damage from his longsword. Agrius, what level spell is your AoE effect?
Level 4.
Okay. Realis over here. He takes the 14 damage. What kind of damage is it?
Necrotic.
Okay, he does not take the damage.
Do I notice this?
Yeah, you notice that the damage has no effect on him, and as you notice this, he looks right at you, points at you, snaps his fingers, and your spell effect ends. He casts Dispel Magic.
Okay. If it's Dispel Magic is third, did he upcast it, or does he have to make the ability
Casting it
check?
as level 4.
Okay. In case it goes away.
And he says, surrender.
No, you.
As you wish. All right, so he will end his turn after casting, and it's the kitty cat's turn. The kitty cat needs to, I guess, make an attack. So he's going to draw out a rapier and a nice long dagger. It's more like a short sword. No, he has not. All right, so kitty cat tries to make 2 attacks and misses, so he's going to dip out of the way. And I think he has that thing that makes him, I think he has to hit, and then he doesn't take opportunity attack damage. The rogue thing. Let me look at his character sheet.
Sorry, I stepped away. Was there anything for me?
No, sorry, I was just looking at the kitty cat's character sheet. He'll just stay where he's at. All right. Galador, it's your turn.
Okay. I want to try and cast Crown of Madness on this guy.
Okay. Now, remember, with your spell attacks, you get to add +3 because of your Rod of the Pact Keeper. All right, so he has to succeed on a Wisdom save. All right, so he rolls a 12. He will use his resistance to succeed. Anything else, Galador?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Sorry, I told you wouldn't be very happy. Happy door.
It's all good.
Agrius.
Oh boy. I will I will do the dance and cast Spirit Guardians again, but this time I'll cast it at 3rd level instead of 4th. And then I will take, which one of these has taken the most damage?
So this guy and this guy are pretty close they're all actually pretty close in damage. But this guy here has taken the most.
14 to hit versus this guy,
That's
probably a miss. Cool. All right, so yep, just recasting Spirit Guardians, and then that.
Okay.
And then that's my turn.
All right. After you, that's a round down. So we're back at the top. It's the 3 Dragonborn that are in front of you.
You can start with saves.
Yep. All right. Here we go. 19 and 25.
Holy shit!
Wow.
All right. Well, they take 3 damage and 1
man,
damage.
That's bad luck.
That's all right.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take the damage to Radiant with this casting, since I saw that it's not as effective against them.
That sounds good. All right, so they are going to make a series of attacks. Donkey Jank, you're going to get attacked. You still have blur up, so you'll be attacked with disadvantage. Um, 26 and 20.
Oh yeah, those both go through.
Okay, here's the longsword, and here is going to be shield bash. Make a strength save or be knocked prone. All right, so it's 13 on the slash, 13 on the shield bash for 26. 21 on the strength save is a success. So you would not be knocked prone. All right, so it hits you for 26. Unless you're raging, then it would be 13. All right, so Agrius, you'll be next, and then we'll do the Thieves Guild guy.
Those are misses.
22 and 24 miss.
Yep.
Holy fuck, dude! Your AC is how? What is your AC?
It's 23 normally, but thanks to the shimmering whatever, it's at 25.
Okay, damn. Okay,
Like I said, I put all of my
dude,
resources
you are
in defense.
tanky as fuck. Holy cow! All right, tanky and janky. It's like a buddy cop.
Dude. Oh my god, I love it.
Okay, well, damn, that is such a buzzkill. No, I'm just kidding. All right, they're gonna attack the cat. 18 and 25 hit. 10 and 14, that's 24. The cat needs to make a strength save. Fail. Cat's knocked prone. Okay. Donkey Jang.
Donkey Jank's gonna kind of assume a more martial grip on his axe, and kind of start back into the throes of combat. I'm gonna go ahead and just regular reckless attack this guy in the front.
$30 is a hit.
Okay. Let's see, that's
23 plus.
so 26 on this guy, 8 for the splash.
All right. Well, this guy gets splashed with acid and it sears into his flesh. Nice, Donkey Jank. Anything else you want to do?
That's gonna end my turn.
Okay. All right. Well, it's going to be this guy's turn. And Galador, he's going to attack you. $20 and 27. Those hit. All right, Galador, you get hit for 21. And you have to make a strength save. All right, you are knocked prone, sir. So on your turn, you will have to use half of your movement speed to get up. All right, so he ends his turn. It's Realist's turn. Realist needs to make a wisdom save. It's radiant damage now. Oh, he critically
Yep.
fails.
11.
Okay. He is surprised that he takes the damage. All right, with that, he's going to move forward. And he points at you, Donkey Jank, and he says, surrender. Nothing?
Nada.
Nada? All right. Okay. Well, in that case, I think he is going to. So he's going to move up. And he grins wickedly at you as he walks. And, he's got this vicious greatsword. And he is going to attack you. So he's going to make 2 attacks. Do you still have blur up? Are these attacks with disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. 25, 24.
The 24 hits.
Okay. So here's the base weapon damage. And when he hits you, it definitely, the weapon cuts deeper than you think. You're going to take 10 slashing damage, and then you're going to take some necrotic damage. $13 necrotic. And he says, you will surrender. And he'll end his turn there. It's the cat's turn. He's going to fall back, eat the opportunity attack, which hits. So he gets hit for 13. He's going to fall back, and he will fire off 2 shots. 25 hits. For 6. Something's better than nothing, right? All right, so he fires a crossbow bolt into this dragonborn that you're tussled up with, Donkey Jang. And he ends his turn. Galador, it's your turn.
I am going to cast Mirror Image.
Okay. All right, well, the Blackstone hums with a bright purple and brilliant radiant energy as you cast mirror image. So 3 illusory duplicates of yourself appear in your space. Until the spell ends, they move with you and mimic your actions. Each time a creature targets you with an attack during the spell's duration, roll a d20 to determine whether the attack targets one of the duplicates. If you have 3, you have to roll a 6 or higher to change the target to a duplicate. With 2 duplicates, it's an 8 or higher, and with 1, it's an 11. So just keep that in mind. Here is the stat block for that. Anything else you want to do?
I guess I will bonus action and drink a potion.
Okay. What kind of potion? I think you guys have some potions of health and some potions of superiority.
It's just the health one. That's 2d6, right?
It's 2d4 plus 2. Although if you butt chug it, no, I'm just kidding.
You get the effects faster
You
and
do.
twice as much.
You do. Then you can, if you agree to butt chug the potion, you can get 2d6. This is a family game. Sorry. I'm sorry. All right, you drink the potion. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Agrius, it's your turn.
Okay. I should probably do some shit. For example, Oh, cool. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this without hitting Mr. Donkey Drink. Okay, I think I will start by hitting. This is the guy we've been beating up on, I think.
Yep.
So I'll start by hitting him with the blue shell.
Okay.
27.
Hit. Good hit.
So he takes 13 damage.
Okay.
And I think I will move here to how is that stupid? Shit. Yeah, I think I might as well just move here and try to hit him myself with my nunchucks.
All right, Mikey.
Yeah, buddy.
Get him. Cowabunga, dude.
26.
Cowabunga it is, my man.
Cool. I'll hit him with the. Let me read this again. So I'm gonna add thunder damage to it, and then I'm also gonna spend a charge at 2d6 lightning. So I'm gonna roll all this damage real quick.
Okay.
Okay. So he takes 30 lightning damage.
Okay, you are gonna put him down. How do you want to do it?
I want him to. I wanted to say, I told you to. Oh fuck. I'm just gonna say we will not surrender, and you're gonna just hear with what you could swear sounds like a thunderbolt as I crack him over the head and he crumples down. And then I will just kind of move back here and raise up my shield and prepare for whatever happens next.
All right. Well, you crack him over the head, and the two charges, or the charges you expend of lightning, actually knock him back off of his feet, and he hits the back wall here with a sickening thud, and slumped over dead. Smells slightly of burnt flesh.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
Cool. That's what.
Okay. Good, dude. Awesome. Awesome turn. All right, that's a round down. So we're back at the top here. It's gonna be these two dragon.
Wisdom save.
Yep, they gotta make the wisdom save. Two fails.
They take 6 damage.
Hey,
Radiant.
damage is damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Donkey Jank.
Donkey Jank. What's Donkey Jank gonna do? I know.
Wait.
Donkey Jank.
Wait. I'm sorry. Wait.
Okay.
You gotta get attack first.
All right.
My bad. 16?
No.
Okay. All right, Agrius.
Damn, yeah, of course when I don't dodge. Yep, so those
Two long
those hit.
swords, 13 and 9 for 21, and then the I think it's +5, the shield bash. Oh, it's 2d4 plus 8. Make a strength save, please. So 21, 33 points of damage, and make a strength save. 16. Okay, you, sir, are knocked prone.
Damn, son.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It is a 6. It's a 16 strength save, so you would make the save. Sorry about
Yay.
that.
You're good. I am going to use Thunderous Smite or whatever my reaction is and deal. Let me read the ability. Wrath of the Storm. Oh, okay, so he has to make a dexterity saving throw or take 2d8 lightning or thunder damage. My
Okay,
choice.
let's see.
Or lightning.
Fail, critical fail.
He takes 12 lightning damage, and I will not push him back.
Smart. All right, well, that is the end of their turn. Donkey Jank, now it's your turn. Sorry about earlier. Got your hopes up.
No worries. So here's which was the one that took all the lightning damage? Okay, the one in the back. All right.
Yeah, that one.
I'm gonna go ahead and make 2 special melee attacks. In my turn, I'm gonna go ahead and roll the strength checks, and we'll see what happens next.
Are we about to see a special technique?
Yeah, could be.
Could be.
Okay, so 19, which is a crit. I guess not if it. Okay. So 31 and 26.
Yep, those are both hits.
Okay.
And who are you attacking?
Actually, I'm going after this guy. I'm making 2. Okay. I'm making 2 shove attacks.
Okay. He can contest the shove, can he?
Yes, he can. Either with his own strength or dexterity.
Okay. That sounds good. Okay. He will use athletics. $23.
No, he doesn't beat the contest. He gets to roll
Okay.
again because I'm making 2.
Okay, you're trying to shove him twice?
Yep,
Are you trying to shove him into the lava?
I certainly am.
Okay, well, it looks like you're going to have success, my good sir.
All right, so here's how I'm going to do this.
Okay.
I'm going to, on my attacks for the first one, what I'm going to do is reach up and grab him by the throat and maybe a little bit of the exposed part of his neck. And then I'm going to drag him and then just throw him right into the lava as I crush his windpipe.
Okay. Yeah, well, he's wearing like a Greco-Roman style garb, so the whole of his throat would be exposed, so you could easily just reach out and grab him. So you crush his windpipe quite easily as you hurl him into the fiery depths below. Nice. Do you have anything you would like to say?
Nope.
Well, I want to give you an Agrius inspiration for witnessing such a feat of strength.
Yeah.
So you can expend the inspiration die when you have an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. Spending inspiration gives you advantage on that roll. And Donkey Jank, I'm also going to give you inspiration for a feat of such brutal ferocity.
Sounds
so
good.
You guys both have advantage right now. Okay. Anything else, Donkey Jank?
Well, I'm not sure if you're going to allow this, but if he got reduced to 0 hit points, then here's where I didn't. Never mind. I'm just not going to do it because it's not part of.
Don't you have a thing where if you get a crit and then kill somebody, you get another attack?
Right. It's either crit or kill.
Well,
so
I would count that since you did kill him. I mean, you threw him into the fire.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead.
Yeah, I would count that.
All right.
Dude, we like the rule. We like the rule of cool.
All right. I'll go ahead and start locking blades with yeah, I'll go ahead and make an attack on Red Man.
RC Cola.
Yeah.
It was his first day showing up to the raid. It's not his fault. It's also his last day.
24?
24 is gonna hit.
Okay.
Okay. 18. He could have parried that, but I'll let the hit go through. He's probably still a little surprised at witnessing you throw his guard over one of his royal guards into the lava.
Okay.
All right, 28 total. Nice.
Yep.
All right. Well, the acid bites into his armor. All right. After you, it is Realis's turn. So he levels his sword and he says, "So you have chosen death." And he's gonna raise his sword and he will staggering smite. All right, and is Blur still active?
Yes.
Okay. Here goes. He makes 2 executioner sword attacks. 12 is a miss. 13 is a miss. Shit. All right, well, he tries to he tries to hit you, but misses. So, all right, I guess he'll end his turn there. Damn, sucks. That's a buzzkill.
He needs to make a save at the start of his turn.
Oh, yeah, he does. Oh, actually, that should be 15.
He still takes 17 radiant.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, so he takes that 17 radiant damage. It's the end of his turn. It's Tommy the Thief Nill's turn back here. And I think he's gonna move here and try and he's a little close. You want him to shoot the boss?
Yeah.
Oh, that's 2 hits on the boss. Pa-pow, pa-plow, 18. Nice. Okay. Galador,
What up?
it's your turn, pal.
So I'm gonna look at this guy, and I'm gonna do Awakened Mind and tell him that he should probably go help his friends that are being thrown into the lava.
Go ahead and make your charisma save or whatever.
I get advantage, right? Because of the staff.
I don't because of the staff. Because of your rod of the Pack Keeper, you can add +3, I think. It's on because is that considered a spell attack?
Awakened Mind? No, I'm just trying to use my charisma to tell him that he should go save his friends because they're all being killed.
Okay, then no, I don't think you would have advantage on.
Okay.
17. So what are you gonna say to him?
Basically saying that one of his fellow royal guard has just been tossed into the lava, and his commander seems to be next. He can't
Well,
even land a blow.
how do you know that?
Because the great old one told me.
Oh, the great old one told you.
Nice.
Yeah, you can ask Hannah. She was sitting right here when he did it.
He got a whisper from Grandma Mimi.
That's right.
She said, "Watch out for the West Guardians." Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay. With a 17, the great old one has your back, I guess.
Yeah, thanks, dog. I'm gonna give him the old chest bump peace sign.
No. The cop thought you were a chill old man. Okay.
I'm gonna pull out a bandana and start wearing it like Tupac.
Oh my god.
What's wrong with you?
All right. Well, I guess we'll see what he does on his turn. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, Agrius.
Okay. I will. I'm just gonna kind of move. Now there's an opening here. I'm just gonna move around so I'm this side of this guy. And I am going to cast a spell of swords. That's one. All right. So I'm just gonna use Thunder Wave. So he has to make a. What's each creature? All right, so I'm gonna step here. So each creature within a 15-foot cone in front of me has to make a Constitution saving throw, or take 2d8 and be pushed 10 feet back. Actually, I think this guy's probably safe since there's a wall, but so mostly just this guy.
All right, I got you. $20.
He succeeds, so he takes half of that. All right, so he takes 6. So he doesn't get pushed back by the spell, but he still gets pushed back 10 feet because of my my domain. So he gets pushed back there, and then I will come up here. And then I will follow up by bonus action attack blue shell.
Damn, when you put him right there, that's like a gift. It's like a gift for Donkey Jank. It's like, here you go. I got you a present. It's a person that you can throw into the lava.
Oh, yep. If he would have failed, he would have been pushed back 10 feet from that and then 10 feet from my thing, so he would have been toast.
Yeah.
Anywho, 15 to hit against Big Bad.
Miss.
Cool. I don't think I use my advantage, so there.
Okay. After you, it's a round down. We're back up at the top. It's gonna be this guy's turn.
You can make a save.
Yes, he is. 11.
14 radiant.
Okay.
And that was his turn.
All right, he's gonna
It's not even
make
at
a long sword
50%.
attack.
Is that against me?
Yes, Agrius, 25 and 13.
25 hit. 13 does not.
Okay. 27.
Holy Jesus, fuck. Wait, you roll a d20. Oh, 27 to hit. Okay, I was going to say.
No, wait. 27 is for Donkey Jank.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. This is the longsword damage that you take.
Okay, go ahead and roll for damage first. So I take 16.
Donkey Jank, you're gonna take this.
Before he takes that damage, I'm going to retaliate from the damage and deal 2d8 and push him back 10 feet.
Can he save against being pushed?
Let me double check. I don't think so. He can save against taking full damage, but if he takes any damage, he just straight up gets pushed. All right, when you deal lightning damage to a large or smaller creature, you can push it up to 10 feet away from you. So I dealt damage, even though he saved and took half, so he gets pushed 10 feet away from me. Into the lava.
Don't you have to deal damage again?
Yeah, he. That's my reaction. So I used here. I'll send you a snippet.
Sorry, I'm just trying to understand.
No, you're good. I'm using 2 different abilities here as a reaction. So I'm using Wrath of the Storm to make a reaction against taking damage. So he takes the lightning damage, and then since he took lightning damage, I'm using Thunderbolt Strike.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, well, he flies back into the
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit. Jesus, that is crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to land it up all encounter.
Well, I was hoping that the lava pit was going to factor in here somehow.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, well, that was the middle of his turn, but he's dead. Falls into lava. We got this guy down here. Well, first it'll be Donkey Jank, and then it'll be that. Go ahead, Donkey Jank.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and recklessly attack the RC Cola here.
All right, he's going to parry the first attack as a reaction, but the second attack hits.
Okay.
$31.
Yes.
Nice. Big chunk of damage.
Donkey Chunk.
Donkey Jank, yeah. All right, sir, anything else?
No, that's gonna end my turn.
All right. You hit him with the Troll Slayer. All right, after that, it's going to be this guy. So here's what he's going to do. He hears your thoughts echo in his mind, Galador. So he's going to make 2, he's going to attack you and then move. Actually, he's going to dash. So you can get an opportunity attack while he dashes.
Oh, don't forget his movement gets halved when he's in my bubble, so he might
Yep,
not
he'll be
make
back.
it all the way
Yep.
there. And then he can make a save.
Fail.
15 radiant.
Okay. It's gonna be Realist's turn. He says, "First thing first, I'm the realist." No, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. It's disgusting. All right. Well, he's gonna try to staggeringly smite you, Donkey Jank, and he makes 2 attacks. $19 and $23.
They both go through.
Okay. It's all right. So you're gonna take This is the regular slashing damage. He's 28, and then you're gonna take. Oh boy, you're gonna take 8d8 necrotic damage.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, he does 4d8 necrotic damage on a hit. So then you take 30 necrotic damage, and then because he hit you with staggering smite, he does an additional 4d6 psychic damage, and you have to make a wisdom save. Wow. Holy shit. All right, so 28 slashing, 30 necrotic, 7 psychic, and the wisdom save. All right, his spell save is DC 18, so you fail. And on a failed save, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. You can't take reactions until the end of your next turn.
That's fine.
Sorry, pal. All right. Well, that's it.
I mean, there's
Go
nothing
ahead.
to be sorry about because, I'm pretty much already getting advantage on everything. So that cancels it all out to just make regular attacks.
Yeah. I mean, he did hit you for a nice little piece of damage.
Yeah, but I got
Not
big boy
enough.
health pool now.
I know it. All right, well, we'll see what Tommy the cat thief is going to do. And I think he's going to just shoot 2 more of those crossbow bolts. Pa-plow, pa-plow. 1 hit. That's 1 hit, son. 1 hit. For 13. Galador.
What up?
Galador, did you ever make your opportunity attack against this guy?
I did not.
Why did you not do that? Because you're playing what? Because you're playing WoW.
I am not playing well. I'm laying in bed.
It's okay. I just thought I heard the Warsong Gulch music.
Why do you keep hearing? Maybe your subconscious is trying to tell you something, Craig.
That's a possibility. I do love Warsong Gulch.
You need to play WoW again, Craig.
I mean, everybody in Discord knows that I will eventually play WoW.
I didn't opportunity attack because it would be like 2 damage anyway.
Okay. Well, it's your turn.
Even if I did hit, because I guess I could look up a stat block for the staff. I was gonna say I don't have any weapons. And it's not like you can Eldritch blast your way at somebody when they run by. That'd be pretty sweet, though.
You can if you take Warcaster, you can use spells as opportunity attacks. That's pretty great.
All right, Galador, you move there. Anything else?
Nope, I guess that's it. I'm still gonna hit the corner. Actually, what I want to do is Eldritch blast this wall here. So that way it reflects back in a 90 degree and then hits him.
Did you just change your picture to Tupac?
I did that like 20 minutes ago. You've been daydreaming about Warsong Gulch.
I had to refresh. You were still Gandalf.
Dude, you're just jealous because I'm wearing a bandana like Tupac going around chest pumping.
Oh my god. I don't know if you attacking the wall would hit him with a force.
No, I'm reflecting it off the wall.
Would it bounce off of a stone wall?
You know, you wouldn't think your head would, but then it does. This is really hard to do on a laptop. There we go. So look at that. Perfect 90-degree angle.
But
I clearly did not expect you to agree with that, so.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work, pal. Sorry.
Oh, good. I'm just gonna take the dodge action and my turn in case he decides to come back and be a bitch.
That was Big Bad looking, by the way.
I don't need no drive-bys today.
He's lost a decent chunk of health. Not as much health as you guys have.
I believe it.
Listen, you guys are if you survive this, I'll be. Agrius.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I will move to this side of him and attack him with my nunchaku. $19.
Miss.
Son of a bitch. I'll attack with my turtle shell.
Total Goth Sun.
Son of a bitch.
Miss.
Okay. I guess that's all I can do.
Okay. That's a round down. Donkey Jank, it is your turn. You can make the save for staggering smite at the end of your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead.
Oh wait, it'll just end.
Oh, okay. Staggering smite ends.
It'll end at the end of your turn, yeah.
Okay. So wait. Okay. So what does staggering smite do?
So it, sorry, excuse me. It says you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. You can't take reactions until the end of this turn.
Okay, gotcha. In that case, I'll go ahead and recklessly attack him.
Okay.
For 28.
Hit.
21 damage.
All right.
$28 damage for poison. And I'm going to go ahead and use second wind.
Okay. It's getting pretty dicey over here, huh?
For 7. Okay. That's going to end my turn.
All right, after you, it's going to be this guy's turn. What would he do? Galador hears you coming up behind him, and he grab his crossbow and fire a crossbow bolt at you. Go home, old man. You're drunk.
Hear them crickets?
You hear them crickets? That's you right now. Oh man. 26. That's a hit.
Well, that leaves me face down in the stream beside Hot Point.
Oh my God. You didn't say that. That's terrible. All right. Plow. He hits you. He says, "Can you give me a ride home?" All right. So you get hit for 11. And he ends his turn. It's Realis's turn. He needs to make the save. 19, Agrius.
Success. He takes 4 radiant.
Okay. All right. Well, he sees you. He's kind of flanked by you guys. And he says, I don't know. He says, die. I don't know. All right. He's going to try and strike each of you. Oh, Donkey Jank, 31.
Disadvantage on the roll.
Oh, yeah, he does. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I can't believe it.
Very good.
Damn. I honestly thought that was going to put you down. All right. Well, he misses. And I guess he misses you too, Agri.
Yep.
Damn. All right. Well, after that, it'll be Kitty Catnell's turn, and then it'll be your turn, Gallad. Tommy the cat says, "You're not allowed to attack my human."
Back rolls, Tommy.
He's attacking me?
No, Tommy the cat is attacking this guy.
You get sneak attack.
Oh, is he
Is he a
going to
rogue?
his closet?
Yeah, he will get sneak attack, so he will get an extra 2d6. My bad. 18.
Puts him down.
Nope. Okay, well, he parries the second shot. He parries the second shot, the 20.
Can you parry if it's ranged?
Oh, that is a good question. It says that it,
Boromir can't.
oh, no, you can't. Nope, my bad. All right, well, he gets hit. It's not my fault. It is my fault. I should know.
I think Craig didn't hear what I said.
What'd you say?
I said Boromir can't parry a range.
Why you gotta why you gotta be talking about my mans like that? It's not his fault. His dad was so overbearing and crazy. All right, well, Tommy the Cano hits him for some big damage. And it's your turn, Galador.
I'm going to give him the old Clint Eastwood.
No, razzle dazzle.
And say, you need to get off my lawn now, boy. And I'm going to throw 3 Eldritch Blasts at him.
All right, Tony. Damn. 2 hits.
Right.
$36. Nice.
Coming in with that pew, pew, pew.
Yep, coming in with that, padding those stats in mid.
You don't even have a killing blow yet, bro.
Me?
You're too busy trying to play the objective.
Bro, if you want, I could definitely have this. Listen. Just watch out. Just watch what you wish for, sir.
All I'm saying is I wish you could win Warsaw Gulch the same way we won our Capture the Flag tournament.
That's how you win if you're on the Alliance.
Oh, you just kill everybody.
Just kill everybody and then camp them in the graveyard and then just cap the flag. Agris.
All right, I want to drop concentration on my aura. That. And I will give Donkey Jank Holy Weapon. So you're gonna see his weapon shine with a radiant glow, and then I'll use my turtle shell to attack him. 27 to hit. 14 radiant. And that's my turn.
Okay. Nice. Well, after you, it's a round down, and it would be Donkey Jank's turn.
All right. Donkey Jank is going to go ahead and attack recklessly.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
And I went ahead
You're
and
about
rolled,
to have
and
real
rolled for
bad
the third
time.
one.
Yeah. All right. So the crit obviously hits.
All right.
23 hits.
Okay.
And the third attack is also going to hit.
All right. I'll resolve the first two, the regular
Okay.
hits. So let's see. That's all right.
$31.
Holy weapon damage.
And then it's for holy weapon. It's how many D8? 2.
Pull it up right now. Yep, 2d8 radiant.
And then here's the. Well, does the crit also happen on the radiant weapon damage and the acid damage as well?
It crits everything, doesn't it?
Okay.
Yep, roll dice is doubled.
And don't forget the acid damage would be critted as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So that's right.
So let's see.
So you're Donkey Jank, you're probably gonna put him down. So think.
Oh man, that's exactly what it looks like. Then he's doing it with his kid.
Okay.
Wow.
And then 2d6. And then is it what? The acid would be 2d6 plus what's
12?
plus 12?
Yep.
That's 103 damage. You're going to kill him. How would you like to kill him? That's for the holy weapon. So it's 126 total.
Holy shit.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say anything, and I'm just gonna throw all of my might into one murderous swing and just bring him down.
Okay. Well, here's what happens. Leading up to this, Galador tells his man here that he needs to run up the hall to save his commander. He begins to do so. As he does so, Galador runs up the hall behind him. Realist takes a swing at you, Donkey Jank, and Galador, missing both. Shortly after that, Tommy the Catnole, the thief of the Thieves Guild, takes 2 shots, which both hit Realist. his man turns around, fires a crossbow bolt at Galador, which hits. As he does so, after he gets shot with these crossbow bolts, you step up and you hit him with the crit, and you drive the force of your axe so forcefully into his body that it shatters the armor that he's wearing. His plate armor shatters, and he drops his sword to the ground as the radiant acid, bites into his flesh, and he drops over dead.
Nice.
It's kind of like seared, burnt, corroded. I don't know what you'd call it. Damn. Look what you did to my boy. All right, Donkey Jank. Very nice. Huge numbers. Huge numbers.
Your boy had a chance to survive, multiple chances to survive,
He was
but he made the decision not to.
He was feeling a little arrogant. All right, Donkey Jank. Anything else?
No, that's gonna end my turn.
Okay.
Do we still
All
got
right,
the one guard down here?
It's his turn. He's gonna come over here. He sees that his commander is dead, and he's gonna use he's gonna exhale breath weapon on you guys. So you guys need to make. Where is the thing? I'm sorry. It's a dex save.
Sorry, I stepped away. Is that to me?
Yes, to you and Donkey Jank need to make a dex. No, you're okay.
Yeah.
What, do you have the grenade dropping perk?
No, he's gonna
Is he breathing
he's
fire?
gonna use his breath weapon. All right, Agris, you fail. Donkey Jank, you're gonna take half. That is fire damage. Agris, you take 18. Donkey Jank, you take 9. And he ends his turn. Tommy the cat is going to run over here. He gets 1 hit. Plus. Oh, he moved so he couldn't use. Oh, no. Hand crossbow is a finesse weapon.
Yep. And also, range weapons could use sneak
Yep.
attack anyway.
All right, so hits him for 18. And ends his turn. Galador, it's your turn. Agris, you took 18, by the way.
Yeah, I took
Okay.
it.
Just making sure.
Yep, and then I made my save.
I don't know how much experience you guys need for next level, but you're gonna get a.
We need a lot. We just leveled, so we're like 22,000
Okay, well you might
away.
get like a nice chunk from this.
Awesome.
Galador, are you there? Nope.
I'm gonna attack for him.
Oh, I think he's back.
There he is.
Welcome, welcome. It's your turn, sir.
I'm just gonna step up and attack him.
Oh shit, 30. Hit, and hit. 32, 44. 44 damage. Damn.
Yeah, you should have given me that staff, bro.
No, man. Like, listen. You didn't. I could do better.
It was long deserved. I'm level 14 and still didn't have a weapon.
Yeah, like I forgot all I gave you was a vampire dagger.
That did extreme harm.
Yeah.
Took like half of my life with necrotic damage.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Well, you hit him for 44. Nice.
And my turn.
Okay. Well, Agris, it's your turn.
Oh boy. Start with the turtle shell. $29 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit. No, it misses.
Damn. 6 damage, radiant.
Okay.
And then I will use. I think I'll walk up here and just attack him with my nunchucks.
Okay, he's looking pretty beat up.
19.
Miss.
I think I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
The son of a bitch. Okay. I will do nothing and like it.
Okay. We step up and you take 2 swipes at him, but he manages to dip out of the way.
Cool.
Round down, gentlemen.
Turn.
Donkey Jank. It's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move. I'm gonna go ahead and attack recklessly. Is it crit?
Yep, all those hit. Yep, that's a crit.
Oh,
2
yes.
crits.
Dead.
Yeah, he's dead. How do you want to kill him?
Let's see. All right. I just want to walk up to him, and the first thing that I want to do is grab him by the head and bash it off of spiritual weapon, and then as he's recovering from it, I'm just gonna take my axe and decapitate him.
Okay, well, with back-to-back crits, you can easily do that. You cleave his head from his shoulders quite easily, and the head bounds off down the hall as his body falls with a great thud to the ground. Let me just say that this was a deadly encounter. The 5 royal guards and Realus Caligaius, which was using the Death Knight template, was pretty tough. I'm really impressed. All right, so for this encounter, it's a lot.
Do you guys want to see what the damage would be?
Oh, yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big chunk.
It would have. Yeah, I told you, it's a lot of experience. The Royal Guards were challenge rating 10. Originally, when I thought up this encounter, I thought you guys would fight them and then be like, we're going to try and flee. But instead, you chose to stand your ground, which is really impressive because they hit really hard. And Realis's great sword was really devastating. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that great sword for
okay,
Torgas.
I think,
We'll give it to Donkey Jang to do as he
yeah,
sees fit.
it looks like this. If you've ever played Mordhau, you know what the Executioner's sword looks like.
That's right. But on that note, I'm gonna head to bed, guys, because I gotta be up super early in the morning.
All right, Petey, you got your experience logged?
Yeah, 9,500.
All right, pal. Well, have a good night, and hope you
Oh
have.
wait, is it a total of 9,500? We dividing that by 3.
No, that is your total.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like this, but it has this like dark, shimmering dark energy off that.
Can I loot that and just be carrying that around to swing at people?
Well, Agrius took it. You have to ask Agrius if he.
Agrius can have it. He'll probably actually be able to use it. I just wanted it to fuck with people.
What?
You may have an opportunity to find more swords.
What about the opportunity to fuck with more people?
That's gonna happen too.
That's the real important stuff.
Heard that. Hey, so what was gonna be the crit damage, Donkey Jang?
Let's figure that
Let's
out.
see. Let's see
Here's
what
the regular damage would have been for the regular hit.
Nice, 30.
And then here's the 2 crits. And then here's the acid and the radiant. And it's two crits, so.
Jesus.
And then that's the acid, and then we also need the radiant, which is the 2d8s.
We're up to 121 so far. 147. $170. Jesus.
Yikes. That's a lot of damage.
That's a shitload. Well, what'd you guys think of the encounter?
That was definitely dangerous. I'm glad I was as defensive as I was, because otherwise I would have been fucked.
Yeah, like I said, I thought you would originally want to confront them here and then flee. But
yeah, I had the idea of going back here strictly because I knew I had the ability to push back, and I was actually I should have had us go into one of these hallways, and then it'd be really easy to push them back. But it was fun.
yeah, definitely a challenge, and you killed a really PC. So
It reminded me of.
Yeah, no, that could have been.
Go ahead.
No, that was pretty much it. Go ahead, Wes.
It reminded me of like a pretty intense arena match in WoW.
Yeah.
Where you don't want to, you're trying to make, because whenever you started throwing around like parries and legendary resistances, I was like, okay, this is going to be a bit of a slog, but it's doable. We just got to make sure that we burn through all of that before especially before I start doing like heavy amounts of damage.
Yeah. Well, whenever he willingly captured himself, I was like, okay, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. Like, but it worked out, and kudos to you guys for making good use of the vault and forcing them to not only come to you but to split down 2 hallways. So, I know it was kind of a really long encounter, but
No, it was fun. I definitely had to play the long game. I'm glad I had the RX. So it's just like I know.
yeah, dude, I
would whittle
I
them
feel
down,
like
you
that
know?
damage over time was really, really clutch in getting rid of the ads. So, well, now you guys just have to figure out how you're gonna get out of the city.
Still have two great ideas.
Awesome. If something changes and you want to play an evening this week, let me know. Otherwise, we can pick it up on the weekend or next week or something. That's fine. That's fine too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I'll let you know.
start thinking about how you want to get out of the city, and then are you guys planning to go meet with the Thieves Guild at the tomb?
I was wondering if there's like a part of a contract that we had to fulfill with the Thieves Guild, or if we're just pretty much kind of done at this point.
I
Like,
think we technically fulfilled it.
does Percy want to talk with us anymore about anything, or are we pretty much done?
Well, he sent his agent in here to get a rare Tabaxi artifact, and I think that his goal was to get you guys to go along to minimize the risk to his own people.
Okay, so we were pretty much
He
the
said
bait,
that,
the bait and distraction.
yeah, pretty much. Like he wanted to send his agents in there to get this rare Tabaxi artifact, so that it could be within the possession of his people and not the Dragonborn. And he pretty much wanted you guys to go in and help ensure that his people were successful. So
one of them died.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of them seems to maybe have gotten beheaded in the courtyard. We're not, you're not sure.
We're not sure. All we know is he may potentially have 6 lives left.
Yeah. So,
or
but,
8. I'm sorry. Leave it
hey,
to
you
the
don't
orc.
know.
Leave it to the orc to count.
Yeah. Well, Percy, you guys agreed to meet him outside of, on the outskirts of the desert at one of the old tombs. So maybe consider which tomb you want to meet him at as well.
Luckily, I can kind of talk to him whenever because he has the sending stone, but I also have the spell sending.
Yeah,
so you
could literally talk to him over any distance with that.
Cool. I'll chat the party. I have a couple ideas, and I'll see what we want to do.
Yeah, yeah. I thought, oh, Darren, you didn't use. Oh, never mind. I don't want to say anything. But yeah, really awesome. I thought really challenging. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. You got about a half a level's worth of experience out of it. So.
Yep. Oh yeah, the shield. I don't know if I got a chance to use the shield.
No, you raised it, but.
Yeah, because it's mostly good against magical attacks, but the only one that cast was the one to dissipate. I don't know if that actually targets me.
Yeah, he used destructive wave.
Oh, I didn't know that was a spell.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's a spell attack that comes from his weapon. He slammed his weapon into the ground, and then the destructive wave comes out, and his was necrotic energy.
Damn, I actually thought about asking, but I was like,
sorry,
nah,
dude. I thought you knew.
Dude, no worries. It probably reflects what Agris would have known anyway.
So.
Because it was part of the sword.
Yeah. Well, now you have that sword in your possession, and maybe you can learn. Maybe you can learn more about it as you continue your travels.
Yep. That as far as I'm concerned, that sword probably belongs to Donkey Jake or Turtlegrass.
So,
I like his nunchucks though.
Yeah, that's legit. I like how you killed one of the royal guards with it.
Yeah.
So, I know a Kenku that would have really liked this a lot. A lot.
Oh my god, that would have been perfect for him.
So, yeah, I mean, you guys got some sweet loot out of this place. I mean, definitely plundered most of this vault.
Yeah.
Now, Darren, tell me, how long does the tempo lasts? For 24 hours, doesn't it?
Yep, 24 hours.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know that we'll get a chance to go inside it, but essentially we could basically run in and lock ourselves in, and then healing magic is more potent, and certain fiends and shit can't get in. But it's probably mostly. I think it's already done all it'll do.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have a better picture of things once you get outside, but it might be a little difficult.
Nope, I have a plan that I'll talk to the party about, and we'll see.
Yeah, so like I said, let me know if anything changes. Play. Otherwise, we'll just pick it up this weekend or next week or something.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, fellas.
Sounds good.
Awesome session. I'm glad you guys had a good time. I'm glad everybody survived.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I am gonna actually use a quick action to. I'm gonna cast a spell that lasts for a minute and just heal myself up a whole bunch.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
I think I can choose it twice if Wes wants it too.
Sure.
I'll do myself first, and then you. All right, this will be for Wainers. Should have made a note. There we go. There you go. So you get 11, 15, 23, 30, 38, 47, plus 20. You get 67 health back.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Wow.
Klein, how much health do you think that I had left over?
Well, I can see your health bar, so like 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would have been, I guess, is 30-ish.
Honestly, dude, when you got into the 30s, I was like getting like.
It doesn't get scary until you blow through relentless endurance.
Yeah.
And then at that point, you pretty much just, if you're gonna do that, you might as well just blow every single cooldown that you have left, and then just try and finish the encounter.
Yeah. Well, I think the key moment was that he missed both of you with his multi-attack, because he would have hit you.
Yeah, thank God the crit was against Wes when he had disadvantage.
Yeah, and missing the crit was huge, because he would have crit on the necrotic damage and also his weapon damage. So I mean,
Yeah.
some really interesting developments with regards to the encounter, and I knew you guys had it. I mean, I was definitely nervous at a few times, but I knew you guys would pull out the W. Would have felt definitely more secure if Mr. Turtlegoth would have been here, but
yeah, it would have been a lot easier. I had Death Ward on me, which is basically relentless endurance. So I was a little less nervous, but
yeah,
I could only do so much.
It's like I was prepared to go ahead and use Action Surge if he was still up, and I was gonna use it. I was gonna use it anyway, but then I saw the crit go through, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, we'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah, I think I gave you Holy Weapon at like the perfect moment.
I agree.
Yeah, that was kind of. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, fun encounter, man. I like I said, I know it was long, but really fun.
Shield of Faith. Oh, thank God for that spell. That probably saved me too.
It's legit.
All right, Bubbies, I guess I'll jet.
All right, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna go too. I
Yeah,
will catch
sounds
you
good.
guys sometime tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Have a good night, fellas.
Yep. Have a good night.
Bye.